know that we matter too. Everyone matters, but right now, Black Lives Matter because everybody don't treat us as if we matter.
It's been a pretty wild time. How have the last few weeks been for you here? We're in the wake of George Floyd, in the wake of the LA riots, in the wake of all these statues being pulled down across the United States. How is it for you?
For me, I feel like I'm a part of it, but then I'm not a part of it at the same time since I'm not able to go to the protest or anything like that. But
How old are you?
I'm 14.
Right, and so we got connected through this. Tell me about the project that you're doing.
Okay, so basically we are learning about how to film and how to edit, and also on the side of learning those, we are learning how to stay healthy, and we are learning about business too.
How's that been being kept away from that?
I feel like I can't really I can't really speak upon it. I can speak upon it on social media, but then I want to do it like in person. Like I want to do it personally and shout, I can't breathe, all the things that people are shouting for.
Now that you're a filmmaker, now you've been learning editing, now you've been learning shooting, now you've been learning your business skills, can't you actually make your voice get heard even more than the people at the protests?
Yeah, I can actually, because I have all of the equipment I can, and I can make videos of doing what I need to do. I can use other people that can help me make my voice even louder than other people on the protest, because they're only doing it in only one area. Whenever I put it on social media, that's worldwide. So I'm gonna be able to show my voice louder than they are.
I like it. And how does that feel?
That feels even better than how I was feeling in the beginning of the interview.
Well, that's certainly a good thing. How long have your family been in America for?
My family is like 18 years.
18 years. Where were they 18 years ago?
My mom was at Belize because some of my family migrated from England to Belize, and then that's whenever we just spread across the world.
Why would anyone ever leave England?
I really don't know. You gotta ask my great-great-grandparents.
Okay, all right, we'll ask him that. What do you see as the future of America now that all of this is coming up, the Black Lives Matter movement, this revolution that's happening, these protests that are happening across the country? What do you see as the future in America?
I see the future as America. So in the beginning of the future, I see everybody not understanding what's going on and everybody being reckless and ignorant. But then later on in life, they will come to see how everything's happening and how life is changing, and you need to understand what we've been through and what we're going through to show everybody what's going on. So I feel like everybody's just gonna have to deal with it. Know that we matter too. Everyone matters, but right now, Black Lives Matter because everybody don't treat us as if we matter.
Are there specific ways that you have been mistreated or that you've been treated in a way that makes you feel like you don't matter?
Actually, I have when I was younger, because when I was younger, my mom used to have me when we used to walk to the parks and there was other people of other color, they used to ask if I'm white. They never asked if my dad's black because he's a black Hispanic. So I get my complexion from my grandfather on his side, which is the side from England. So they never really thought of any ancestral background. They thought of my parents' genes and genetics and all the heritage and stuff. So I felt like they weren't really looking.
If I understand correctly, you were asked if you're actually black or if you're white.
They're asking if I'm biracial. I am biracial, but I am not really biracial. I'm multiracial. So they feel as if I'm only two races, and they never thought of me being more than two races. And I feel like that's not the right thing. And then but last year, my best friend, he was walking from school past the light. You know how there's the hand stop, you're right there? And he was walking, and then there was a police officer. He stopped him just because he's black. There's all these other kids that are white, and he never stopped him. And he's saying, you shouldn't be walking on this.
And how does that make you feel when you see that happen?
I felt really angry. I couldn't say anything or else they'd just tell me to shut up, or they just tell me stay out of it, because I can't say anything. They're adults and they're like a part of a force. They have they don't have rights, but then they have a law above them.
Well, it's worse than that, because if you spoke out, you could get into trouble as well.
Yeah, I could have, and that would have been, we wouldn't want to know what happens.
Do you feel it's very different for black youth as opposed to white youth, or even biracial youth in Los Angeles?
Yeah, it's much different, because people wouldn't think of me being black, they would just see past me being black, and that would be just like, I don't even know how it's like, over millions of words I can explain this, and I can't explain this because I can't really say how they feel, because I'm more than one race. But then people that are fully black, they are going through a lot, and I don't know how to feel about that.
It's interesting you say that. I mean, even the phrasing, people who are fully black.
Yeah, because they're the ones really getting killed and beaten and pulled over for nothing. A police officer passed me while I'm driving, per se. If I'm driving, they wouldn't really say anything, but then if they're just like passing a black person, they just pull them over for nothing, just for nothing. They'd say they're speeding when they're not speeding. They'd just say their music is too loud. They'd find any excuse.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I've been living in Los Angeles for 10 years now. I've been pulled over once. Meanwhile, a good friend of mine who's 6'3" African American has been pulled over at least 20 times in the same time period.
Wow, that's crazy. I'm just tired of it all happening. Like, things shouldn't be happening like this.
How can you bring about change right now? What can you do?
Me?
Yeah, you, Natalia Jackson. How can you bring about change?
I'll bring about change by all techniques I've been learning in the Earth program, by using my editing skills, my video taking skills, my business skills, so I could help make a business just for this.
How can you inspire other people to bring about change? If there are other African American youth or white youth or any ethnicity in America who are watching you, other Generation Z people, what's something they can do? Speak to them.
Since we're able to use social media, just do it. Just do what you had to do. Use videos of what's happening, protests, make paragraphs of what's happening, let everybody else know what's going on. We need to make our voices louder. I know this is a big matter, but we need to stop making we're not making anybody do anything. I gotta stop that. Okay, so we need to stop. No, we need to start.
Take a breath. Breathe in. Think of what you want to say. Hang on, just ground yourself. Step on the ground. Jump up. Good. Okay. All right. Good. All right. So take a breath, and then when you're ready, start.
We need to start making this world a better place. I have said it several times because I need to get the point across that we need to make the world a better place. We are the ones that are going to change the world. This world will change because of us, because of what we are going to say.
To wrap this up, let's just imagine this video is being watched by 30 million people. Apart from that being fantastic for my YouTube channel, what's a message that you would like to share with these 30 million people?
30 million people? Go on social media, because protests aren't really doing anything. Because sometimes protests can go wrong and they turn into riots, and we don't need that. We need to be peaceful. We need to stay safe. So instead of doing all of that, go on social media.
And say what on social media?
So many times, Black Lives Matter. We need to change the world. The world needs to be changed, and we are the only ones that are going to be able to do it. So every negative post you see, make sure to comment a positive thing, because little things matter. Small things matter.
I'm Marcus Free. This is Natalia Jackson here in Baldwin Village, just by Baldwin Hills, Los Angeles. Thank you, Natalia.
You're welcome.